everybody. Welcome to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. So listen, I had to come on here yet again because Kanye is still up here being a whole ass Kanye menace to society. Okay. I have so much regard for people who have mental illness. I'm in that field, have a license to do and provide services and help people in that field who have those types of concerns. So I have high regard and respect for people who have mental illness or struggle with, you know, mental illness that's what's the right word? Induced, or I should say psychosis induced by drug use and things like that. But this right here it's just listen. I've been saying let's cancel this man for a minute. And still he still continues to go on the internet and harass, defile, disgrace, be racist, anti-Semitic, on and on and on. And now he's badgering poor Blue Ivy and her siblings and Beyonce and Jay-Z. And we already had a conversation about Jay-Z earlier. But at the end of the day, these are children. What the hell are you doing? Come to the mother front, Mr. Ye. Stop it. Like, knock it all the way the fuck off. Like, I cannot with you at this point. I really couldn't with him for a lot of time. I mean, a long time ago. But what are we gonna do? So anyways, I had planned on coming on here and doing a video, but like I said, I've been busy doing stuff for my house, and I got a notification from one of my fellow content creators, Mr. Make It Make Sense. And he just basically put together a whole ass video that I would have put together, but he did it much better. And so shout out to him. And we just gonna, review his video. Because to me, he put together an amazing video, kind of a timeline, if you will, of Kanye's bullshit that we have, listened to, forgave, listened to, forgave, listened to, forgave. I won't say I stopped forgiving a while ago, but I stopped supporting doing anything that this idiot is doing for multiple reasons, and MIMS, Make It Make Sense, is going to give us a whole breakdown timeline of it. And he ain't even going to do all of it. He's just doing a portion of it. And even a portion of it is so disgraceful. And, listen, I have a whole mother that's buried 6 feet under, passed away from cancer some years ago. But it is beyond me of what, I look at his mom and I think she was an educator just like my mom, you know? And so it's just like, what the hell is she thinking right now? I know she's at glory with God, and all those things. And I'm not in any way saying anything negative about that lady. What I'm saying is she was an educator. And I feel high level of confidence that she taught him better than this. And that's why I try my best to give him grace with, regard to him saying that he had or has bipolar disorder. It's a tough disorder. It's a really difficult one, and people a lot of times don't come out of it. Some people can manage it with medicine, but again, when people go off their medicine and or need it regulated and things of that nature, it could be tumultuous for them and their family members, loved ones, things of that nature. So I hope that that's what this is about, and not that this man is just saying these things out of his mouth with complete total disregard, or saying them, on platforms like Twitter and, YouTube and things of that nature, or whatever, Instagram, wherever it is that he's causing a ruckus. But I want you guys to make no mistake. This isn't me giving him any type of pass for anything, because I don't think he gets the pass. I don't care what your mental illness is. I don't care what type of drug you're on. I don't care what you got going on. The things that this man has said out of his mouth are just egregious. Period, point blank, end of story. So anyway, let me go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to get into it. So like I said, this is Mr. Make It Make Sense. Love me some Make It Make Sense. Shout out to him. Go over to his channel, guys. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, his videos. He's an amazing content creator. And I love him so much because he just really just gives you the truth. And, he can clown around and we could be foolish. And, he has content that's really excellent to me. And a lot of it can be very funny and lighthearted, but he's real. And so I support him and his channel. So go like his channel, go subscribe, hit the notification button, all those things. It's a free and easy way to support his channel.
Make it make sense. And there are very few things that Kanye West can do anymore to really surprise, shock, or piss me off. But going after 2 second grade, potentially special needs kids needs to piss all of y'all off.
Right.
This is what Kanye West had to say. Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? They're retarded.
Oh my God.
No, like literally.
I can't.
And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having retarded children is a choice.
Oh my God.
He then describes why he's frustrated that he allowed somebody from his camp to suggest that he delete the comment.
Let me just stop it right there just real quick and just say everything on Chanel's reality is alleged. It is in my opinion, and it is for entertainment purposes only. I know I have the little banner scrolling at the bottom, but I just want to say it in case someone is blind and can't necessarily read it, but they can hear the words. I need to say it out loud. And again, we wasn't there. We don't know none of these people. Okay. So it's all alleged. Okay, let's get back to it.
We've talked mental illness. We've talked his mom. I'm over it. Y'all are going to hear some things that I don't know if you know or not in the midst of this video. We're talking pandering to the Black community. We're talking very similar allegations to Diddy. Like the video as the intro plays, we got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
Make it make sense. You knew what was happening.
Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Okay, we're gonna give you one more chance.
Wait.
Okay, we're gonna give you one more chance.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna give you one more chance. Okay, we're gonna give you one. We're gonna.
Okay, guys. So if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. If you are not new to the channel, hit that like button. Let's start here. This was one of the most recent things that has him in the headlines again. Kanye West dropped one of the most problematic songs you can imagine. It's got Ye himself, it's got Diddy, and it's got Kanye's daughter, Northwest, despite protests from her mom, Kim Kardashian. Kanye posted the song called Lonely Roads Still Go to Sunshine on X, where he claimed it was by Puff Daddy on March 15th. It starts with Sean Diddy Combs, currently in jail on federal sex crimes charges, telling Kanye on the phone how it meant so much that the rapper took care of Diddy's kids. Yeah, absolutely. I love you so much, man. Kanye replies, it's like you raised me. Donda raised you. Then the full track comes in, which also features Diddy's 26-year-old son, rapper Christian King, and we use rapper loosely, and an alleged newly signed Yeezy artist, Jasmine Williams. So that's what got stuff popped off. I don't need to explain to you why having your child on a song with somebody who is accused of abusing children is problematic, insane. But let's move on to why I think he is the way he is. It started here.
Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about Black people.
That one statement solidified Kanye West's hold on the Black community. Katrina was a horrible natural disaster, and so many people felt like because the victims of Katrina were largely Black, that they were not being cared for it in the same way. This definitely solidified Kanye's hold on the Black community. We felt like he was a truth teller at this point.
Right.
But I think it did a few things to Kanye. It showed him that this type of careless regard for the rules was something he would be applauded for. I think Kanye West is a narcissist. I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, he's bipolar, like it was suggested when he got that 5150 hold back when he was with Kim, or him now saying it's, you know, some level of autism. I don't know. But what I do feel is that Kanye West is a extreme narcissist.
Yep. I agree.
This is when I think he began pandering to the Black community when it benefited him. Next.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Careless disregard for the rules, anybody else, he was still applauded, especially by his fan base. You know what that does to somebody who's already a little off, but also has narcissistic tendencies? It tells them that there is a level of positive reinforcement with this type of behavior. He was drunk. Everybody gave him so much leeway. Oh, his mother died. Oh, he was drunk. In reality, he's rich. And I guess this is exclusive, but from what I'm hearing, around this time, around the time of Amber Rose, there were multiple SA lawsuits that were settled extremely quickly because Kanye West at that point was too big to fail. You can almost liken it to the whispers and things about R. Kelly, but he was too big to fail for so long. So if the allegations are true that there were multiple SA lawsuits settled around that time, very, very quickly, mind you, then this would make sense. This is in Kanye's words. Just the clarity, they're trying to make an example out of Puff. Me and my brother had our issues, but these white people trying to use Puff to scare Black people. Again, pandering to the Black community when it suits his purpose. Trying to use Puff to scare Black people. I'm neither scared nor brave. This just me. He tweeted mid-rant. Around the time he posted about producing a t-shirt with Diddy's Sean John logo and the splitting profits 50-50 with the mogul. The shirts appear to be priced at $20 plus $10 shipping. My support of Puff is completely selfish. I need to find whoever been trying to out Black moguls.
Why? I can't.
Now, if you do in fact have quietly settled sexual assault allegations, it would benefit you to muddy the waters around Diddy because Diddy got outed in the worst way ever. You're not saying that the man didn't necessarily do these things. You're saying my support of Puff is completely selfish. I need to find whoever been trying to out Black moguls.
This is why I canceled my DoorDash subscription and switched to CookUnity. After months spending way too much on DoorDash, I got bored of eating the same fast food meals and paying way too much for them. CookUnity offers over 300 weekly meal options offered by over 80 celebrity chefs straight to your door.
Sorry.
That's interesting, right? It directly benefits Kanye to make it look like there is some scheme to take down those people who have these type of allegations, especially if Kanye has those type of allegations quietly settled. Very eerily similar to what Puff has had over the years. Y'all connect those dots. Moving on. I knew something was wrong with Kanye when he started talking like a white woman from the Valley. No offense to Kim Kardashian and all of her family, but y'all have a very similar dialect. And Kanye West picked it up because he panders to communities he wants to be a part of, not just the Black community. A rapper from Chicago started talking like this.
Be the best Kanye West you are. and you bring out the best Kim Kardashian, and like you guys are the perfect match because you're so well balanced together.
Yeah,
y'all are the perfect match because y'all were equally concerned with publicity. Kanye West made Kim Kardashian he didn't make her a celebrity. He integrated her into the fashion world, which was something that even her celebrity could not buy. What Kanye West got from Kim Kardashian is extra publicity. Kanye West was already a superstar, but the level of stardom when you combine Kim Kardashian, who has 300 million Instagram followers, with an already superstar rapper is insane, which is why he's currently going insane, because it doesn't matter how naked his new wife is, she will never be Kim Kardashian, ever. You can think you made her, but technically you didn't. And it drives him crazy to think that Kim might actually be worth more than him. They definitely helped each other, but together or separate, they will never have the celebrity that they had together. I don't know if he's not getting it. It's insanity to think you can make sense out of Kanye. But listen to the way he started speaking around this time.
There's certain type of people, you know, of course, being in the limelight, you have to have, you know, a match or like someone that's equally yoked. And it's, you know, it's difficult because there's people that you would date that would try to, you know, date you to maybe be more famous, or there's people who will want you to be less famous than you.
Y'all are getting the picture. Put in the comments how you feel about the way that his dialect changed. Moving on, another situation. He was praised for what he did to Moby. Let me first show you the Moby situation. Then it's consistent bad behavior.
When Beck won Album of the Year was just a joke.
Again, it's this desire to buck the system. And the narcissist in him won't let somebody else have a moment. Even though this behavior was bad, this is how he was met with his contemporaries. They laughed, they applauded, they joked, because at least this time he didn't completely ruin the man's moment. But you can only pretend to be sane for so long. By the time this rolled around and he's going around saying slavery is a choice, you absolutely have whatever right you want to, you know, if supporting Trump is your thing, supporting Trump is your thing. That wasn't enough for him. I don't even believe that he actually knows this man's policies. I think for Kanye, it was another way to stay relevant. For the most part, rappers have a self-life. Jay-Z was one of the top rappers for a very long time. He had a lot of street cred because he was a former drug dealer. After he became a family man and became insanely rich, there's not that much you can rap about. And he just kind of faded into obscurity and moved into the business world. Drake is a little different. Drake has a kid, but Drake doesn't have a family, so he can still consistently talk about, you know, dating. Kanye, on the other hand, had the family life, tried to make a change, does not understand that although his fan base is ravenous, there will be a time that even the top person is no longer on top. And for an extreme narcissist like Kanye, he can't have that. So what's the next thing you do? You're famous. You can start tweeting nonsense. Mm-hmm. Slavery was a choice. We all remember that. When that failed, the next best thing that you can do, I can't speak for other communities, but I can speak for the Black community. We are extremely forgiving when it comes to people who tie in religion to whatever they're doing. Kanye West, of all people, starts Sunday service.
Right.
And what do? Applaud the hell out of him. Mm-hmm. We forget slavery was a choice. We forget all the crazy stuff that he does. We don't care. We're going to support. Sunday service becomes a thing. Kanye West is now in headlines daily. and it's actually positive. Kanye West then found God. Kanye, whatever. This is what worked for him. Exclusive information, that Sunday service is now going to be a skinhead service. He is actually putting out requests for the new Sunday service people to come with a shaved head and be willing to wear swastikas. Do you know how dangerous that is?
Allegedly.
You're going to tie in religion with the Nazis.
Right.
And people are going to follow that because people follow what Kanye does. His fan base follows him regardless of what he's putting out there.
Facts.
If that ain't letting the devil in, I don't know what is. I guess that was more exclusive stuff. I don't know if I don't think that's out there, but I know that he is sending out word that you need to have a shaved head and be willing to wear a swastika. What is that if not a skinhead? When is enough enough? If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, hit that like button. It's a free way to support the channel. I never think to do this. If you would like, you can also send cash apps. So let's move more to present day. Kanye West goes nuclear on Kim Kardashian for taking control over my black children.
Girl, stop.
Last time I checked, you chose to have a child with someone who is half white and half Armenian.
Right.
They're only your black children when you want us, the black community, to vilify this woman.
Correct.
No, I mean, there's a lot to vilify her for, but this ain't it.
Right.
Your black children. We already know that you said that, like, you don't have you. You can date whoever you want.
Right.
But what you can't do is come to us as a community to rally around you for bullshit that you don't even believe in.
Exactly.
For taking control over my black children.
It's such
okay.
Shit. Tell him, man.
Moving on to Kanye West having his children over while Andrew Tate is there. For you guys who don't know about the Tate brothers, let me give you a little brief intro on them. 2016, one of the brothers was kicked off of Big Brother because he was hitting a woman with a belt, which he said was consensual. Backlash toward him continued in 2017 when he tweeted that women should bear some responsibility for being sexually assaulted. Again, you have your very, very young daughter around men who believe that women should bear some responsibility for being sexually assaulted. And that they bear responsibility for the abuse and harassment they receive. Okay. So he was banned off everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Elon Musk, Kim Kardashian's good friend, allowed him back on to spew more of that rhetoric. It's a free world. Now, I very rarely give Kim Kardashian any props. Her removing her daughter from Kanye West's custody at a time where she was in, around, or sharing a space with the Tate brothers. Kudos to her for that. But you have aligned yourself with Elon, who technically are allowing him to spew that rhetoric. Interesting, right? Interesting how that all ties in together with billionaires and celebrities. Just a thought. They were then arrested in Romania, and they were indicted. The brothers are under criminal investigations over accusations of formed an organized criminal group, as well as human trafficking, the trafficking of minors, and money laundering. They have denied any wrongdoing. But this is who you want your children around. This is who you want your black children around. So you're siding with Diddy. You allegedly have your own SA allegations, not to mention the current lawsuits that he has. Okay.
So I'm gonna just say too, I think it's interesting that Kim Kardashian has not, or at least publicly, to my knowledge, asked for full custody of her children. Like the things that he's saying about, what's the right word? The anti-Semitic statements, the things he's saying about all of the other people in different cultures, the people he's aligned with. But I guess if what Mims is saying is true about Kim Kardashian being, strongly aligned or has aligned herself in some way with Elon Musk, then he's problematic too, because his ass is jumping around on the stage, doing the Hell Hitler dance. At least in my opinion, that's what it looked like. Okay, I wasn't there. I don't know him, but it looked like that to me, and I have the right to my opinion. So that's problematic, Kim. And I like him, but that's problematic. Sis, come to the front. You can't be aligned with people like Elon Musk. He's crazy, in my opinion. I don't know him. I ain't never met him, but he seems to be batshit. I mean, you kind of have to be batshit crazy to align yourself with people like Donald Trump. But I'm just saying. Because that man apparently thinks it's okay to be aligned with people like Putin. I'm just saying. And Kim, is it Kim Jong-un? I can't remember how to say his last name. But, dictators, people that are crazy. And especially when you got Kanye, your baby daddy, running around talking about he likes Hitler. Like, something ain't right. TikTok, something ain't right. Is all I'm saying. So, but I'm not shocked. I'm sorry. I am shocked that she hasn't asked for full custody. Like, that's crazy. But maybe she feels like she won't be able to get it, or she'll be vilified as the white lady taking or trying to take because even though the kids have white, they're looked at as black children. She could call them whatever she wants, but they're looked at as black children. In white people's eyes, they're still black. Okay, not all white people, because I don't know all white people, but you get what I'm saying. In the government's eyes, they biracial. Or I don't know, because then I guess they're 1/4 Armenian, I think. Is it? Yeah, they 1/4 Armenian, because their mom is half. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm saying. So, but I don't know if she could get it, because there would be a battle. Oh, I feel like there would be a battle, but then I would not feel safe with my children around somebody who says stuff like that, because even if he's allowed to say some stuff, because people will be like, that's his right. He has a First Amendment right to say whatever he wants. Yeah, but that don't make it right. So let's be very clear. You can say whatever. It doesn't make it right, and it doesn't excuse you from, the consequences that go along with what you say. And then also, I mean, if we just keeping it a book, some people will take what you say seriously, and some of those people are psychotic too. Now your children or around possible other people who are psychotic, or people who may take out, what they don't like about Kanye on your children. Like, it's not okay to do that. You got to be careful with what you do, because it doesn't only come back on you and splash back on you, the person. It splashes back on everybody, the people you love, the people close to you, the people you care about. So Kanye, if you're listening, and I know you're probably not, but if you're ever listening to Chanel's Reality or Make It Make Sense, take a beat, sit down and listen. I don't know that he will, because just like Make It Make Sense said, there's, to me, a degree of narcissism there. And there's a degree of psychosis, in my opinion, just based on what Kanye said. Kanye said he was bipolar. Now, whether or not he is, I wasn't there. I didn't diagnose him. I don't have any type of license to diagnose anybody. But I know what I read in the DSM, the Diagnostic Statistical Manual. Based on some of his behavior, it just seems like, it's aligned with bipolar. And he said he was bipolar. So we're just going to roll with what Kanye said. But again, we wasn't there, so everything's alleged. Let's keep listening.
Let's keep moving. Now, it's a far cry from 2020 when he didn't want his daughter on TikTok. Again, I really think, was it 20? No, it's 2022. I don't really think that this was an issue for him. This was just another way to make headlines and to vilify Kim. Not that I'm saying in any way, shape, or form that being around Kim or her family is, I honestly feel bad for the children. And people are like, well, what do you mean by that? They're extremely rich, but that level of dysfunction in and around you at all times where you're not even allowed to be a kid. In addition to that, you have a parent who has you around alleged sex traffickers of minors. See, a lot of people don't feel bad for the rich kids. You got to remember, just because you're rich does not mean you won't have problems. Nicole Richie was a full, well, we'll just say allegedly, but you know, we'll just say she had heroin on her when she first went to jail. You can definitely be a rich person's kid and end up in a very bad situation. I really feel bad for these kids. I feel bad for the kids who are called retarded. I feel bad for the kids whose parents are exploiting them. I feel bad for the Justin Biebers who were pushed into something that we don't even fully quite understand as of yet and has allegedly messed them up. I feel bad for these people, young adults, kids, but back to Kanye. Let's not forget that Ray J told us that the grandma allegedly watched the tape and helped with the production.
By the grandma, he means Kim Kardashian.
Y'all remember that?
It's Christian.
Or the fact that Khloe, well, I'll let you guys hear in her own words.
My husband was happy I spent money on this. I love my new mattress and adjustable frame. No matter how good your mattress is, you'll.
He was a basketball player, played for
Such a pusher.
one of the LA teams. And us three were in the kitchen and we were like talking together. And I was like, my mom was not involved in the conversation, but her office was off to the kitchen. And I was like, so-and-so isn't calling me back, yada, yada. And we're just chatting. And she's like, what are you guys talking about, girls? And we're like, just this guy won't call me back. She's like, well, how many dates did you go on? I'm like, well, just like one or two.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, did you give him a BJ? And I
we
go,
were like, what?
And she goes, did you give him a BJ? I go, I went on one or
date.
2 dates with him. No. And she goes, well, that's why he's not calling you back. And
Best
she
story ever.
just turned around and I'm like,
Went back to her office.
I remember.
Let's move back to Kanye. I don't think I need to say anything there. Also, if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, hit that like button. Let's move on to what he had to say about Cassie. So the first inkling that we had an idea that Cassie was going to be under attack by Kanye was when he produced this hoodie, which she was wearing in the video where she was abused.
Bananas. Crazy.
That was the first inkling. Now he released these tweets. Cassie came to Puff and said, give me 30 million or I'm going to release a tell-all book. That looks like extortion to me. So Cassie ain't extort Puff. How every ninja you know hit a girl before you, but everybody mad at Puff. Do you see what I mean? If the allegations are true that he had his own settled SA lawsuits, this type of rhetoric muddies the waters. It benefits him directly to say and do these things as a supporter of Diddy, so that if his stuff comes out, and it always comes out, he doesn't look so bad. Keep your eyes open, people. Cassie responded using Playboy Cardi's tweet. She just reposted, yay, shut the F up. Keep in mind that's a pregnant woman who's about to be in court fighting her abuser, but okay. Let's move on. Iggy Azalea. He says, so Kim got the name and likeness over my black children. So a white woman has control over the name and likeness of my black children and then speaks to Cardi about putting my daughter on a song with them. These dumb ass celebrities be trying to play with me in my face. I held my tongue about Mo Mott being on Cardi album. Him going to my ex to ask my daughter to be on a song 2 days later was too far. Nobody fixing to play with me. I decided North won't be doing any songs with Cardi. How it looked for me to get left off the album. And then he asked Kim to have a vocals for my daughter. Keep in mind, you just had your vocals. He just put his daughter's vocals on a Diddy song. And then he asked Kim to have vocals for my daughter. I don't F with none of this industry shit. And how it's a Skims line in the first place. I don't give a with no comments. The man has the first and final say over his children. So you can put her in an area with alleged child sex traffickers. You can put her on a song with a man who has allegations of sexual assault with minors. But this is where you draw the line. She says, yeah, I understand the point. He also said, hey, Iggy Azalea, I need to get Onyx vocals on my song. That's my nephew. Oh, and I'm a rap about one of your businesses. The adult business. She said, yeah, I understand the point you want to make. I say this with kindness as a mother. Please leave my child out of this. At the end of the day, Jordan has other children, less famous, doesn't matter. But it seems only my son gets harassed in perpetuity about or on behalf of a man he has no relationship with. Does he read it? No, he's a child. But it creates a digital legacy and a odd, I don't know what she was trying to say there, situation for him to one day discover and endure in perpetuity from strangers online. Absolutely. Exactly what he did to Beyonce's kids. It leaves a digital footprint. Can I please have some peace? Can my son have some peace? She also went on to say, he says, Iggy, I was sorry for speaking on your kid. That was some, who knows what he said, Cardi shit to do. She said, keep me out of your lovers quarrel. She also said, also true, he asked me to fly to Wyoming and shoot the Yeezy campaign in 2022. I'm sorry, in 2020, and I declined. Men are delusional. Hopefully the women you date, marry, consent to the pictures you send of them to other men. I'm not the person he should be talking about, trust, because I'm just as crazy and I will tell it if I hear my name mentioned one more time. It's crazy how much I actually know about that man and the things I could say. Ditto. Thankfully, I'm nice and don't want to involve people who don't deserve to be mixed into his manic episode. But let's keep it cute because I know you send your penis pictures to. I know who you send your penis pictures to and the weird fantasies you have share with other men. Most of Hollywood does. It's not a very well-kept secret. She's not the first to say that. In one of the lawsuits that he currently has for alleged sexual misconduct with a woman, she said that Kanye told his new wife that he wanted to sleep with her mother and he wanted the new wife to watch him sleep with the mother. This is also the man who did Sunday service. He also said some stuff about Iggy, like, I didn't sleep with you out. I didn't sleep with Iggy off the strength of my relationship with Cardi. And neither did, I think he mentioned Diddy's special friend. What's the man's name? French Montana. He mentioned a whole bunch of people. The point is, at what point for y'all is enough enough? I can ignore him as much as possible. By the time you say those type of things about children, I feel like we've reached a breaking point. You guys can definitely.
Ooh-wee. It's a lot. That's why I said, MIMS did a good enough job. He did an excellent job, actually. And I didn't need to redo it, remake it. He hit everything that I wanted to say. It's beyond me why people are still supportive of this person. I know some people are supportive because they have either similar views, they're ignorant, whatever it is, they're not very intelligent, or maybe can't see past this being impactful to other people because it doesn't necessarily impact them directly, so they don't really care. But I don't know how you sit around and support someone who does what Kanye does so publicly. And even if he did it privately, it's still egregious. But on one hand, I'm glad he does it publicly, because the more you do publicly, then you can't sit around and hide behind, oh, no one knows that I did these things. Everybody knows. So on one hand, I'm glad it's public. Sort of like, people, they'll be like, oh, let's take away Donald Trump's, microphone, which is social media, essentially, his access to put this rhetoric craziness out there to the world. Let's take that away. No, I want to see the devil, meaning I want to see the behavior of this crazy person. Don't hide it behind closed doors, because that's how someone like a Donald Trump got to be on The Apprentice. They made a whole show about this man and gave it to him for years. And I watched it because I knew no better, meaning I didn't have the knowledge that I have now. I only have the knowledge because that idiot stood on different stages with a big ass microphone. And plus, like I said, everything is filmed now. Everybody has a camera and a microphone, and they will put your ass online forever. Or they'll go find some shit that you forgot that you did 25 years ago. They'll put it right on Black Twitter. No, I'm playing. But they will put it on Twitter and all of the different social medias. And so for me, I'd rather see what this idiot is saying, because he can't take it back. I'd rather see that. That's what I mean by see the devil. Not like see it physically, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't want people to be able to come out front and act as if they support, diversity, and yet they are actual whole ass misogynist, ageist, sexist, racist pig. I want to be able to see it so I could say, yeah, nah. I can definitely not vote you back in office or whatever. You know what I mean? People know exactly who you are. I need to know exactly what type of zoo I'm at and exactly the type of animals that live there and their behaviors. So if we take it away and we mute them and hide them away and all that kind of stuff, we won't know. But we live in the age of social media and everybody's watching, and I'm happy that we can watch. So keep being an idiot, Kanye. I do think, though, it's unfortunate, because him being an idiot and being out in front of everybody and saying all this ignorant stuff is, yeah, it's going to have an impact on him somewhat, but it's not a crime. You don't go to jail for being racist. You go to jail or maybe get sued for prejudice, right? Somehow or discrimination. Somehow you're able to actionably do something that shows that you're showing some sort of bias to another person. That's not going to be, acceptable typically within organizations or corporate America or different companies, agencies, whatever it is, fill in the blank with what you want to fill in the blank with. And legally, you can't just say, well, I'm not going to service this person because they're Black. You can't do that legally. It's a protected class. You can't legally be prejudiced and discriminatory. Maybe you could be prejudiced, but you can't be discriminatory. You can't say, we're not going to service Black people or women or men, unless you have some sort of probably religious reason or something, because religion can kind of cover things. But other than that, yeah, you can't do that. You can't be like, well, we're going to open a movie theater. We're only going to allow white people to come to the movie theater. Blacks only. You can't really do that. But anyways, but being racist in itself, the verb, it's not illegal. It's not illegal to say you hate Black people or I hate white people or I hate, Mexican. It's not illegal to say it. We have a whole ass president, allegedly. I guess he's the president since it's past whatever day in January. But he got felonies. He said all kind of racist shit. The thing that's interesting, though, not only has he said racist shit, But there's evidence, allegedly, I'll say it, but there's evidence that he discriminated against people of color for many years. Wouldn't let them in his, rent, I guess, is it apartments or something like that? Basically, I'll just say real estate, allegedly, for many years. There's proof of it. Just racist. Just is who he is. That's discriminatory, but you got to fight it out in court. You got to, have the money to fight it out. When he has longer money, many more friends, and probably people he can buy, it makes it a little more difficult to do so. Unless you got a lot of money just like him, then you can. Well, I don't know if he has a lot of money anymore. Because, he's been in so many bankruptcies. But I'm going off on a tangent. Thank you guys for paying attention, tuning in for another episode of Chanel's Reality. Like I said before, please hit that like button. Hit the notification button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you so much for those who have subscribed. If you're new here, welcome. Please come back. Please hit the like button. You can share this video. You can hit the notification button. These are easy and free ways to support my channel. And like I said, I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Why is my dog snoring? Help me understand. What is he doing?